Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about something we all love. And what's that? It's clothes. But have you ever stopped to think about how our love for fashion is impacting the planet? No, right? Specifically, I'll be discussing the environmental cost of fast fashion today. Moving on to the next slide. So, we all love shopping for new clothes, right? But did you know that fast fashion is one of the biggest contributor to environmental damage? And you must be thinking, how? So, we are not just talking about waste, it's about the water pollution, resource depletion, and much more. Today, I'll be highlighting some of the major issues and share how we can make the difference. Moving on to the overproduction and waste. Let's talk about overproduction. Fast fashion brands makes more clothes than we could ever wear, which leads to massive waste. Imagine ordering like 10 pizzas for the party of two. Crazy, right? That's how much is produced. And when it's unsold, it's dumped in the landfills. The cycle of making clothes that we don't even want is costing the planet clearly. Moving on to the next slide. It's water pollution and waste. Now let's talk water. Fast fashion uses its like there's no tomorrow. Like our future generation doesn't need it. The fashion industry contributes to almost 20% of the global wastewater. That's massive amount of water being used to produce clothes that are thrown out just as quickly. So every time we buy a new item, we are not just wasting the water, we are just polluting the planet, which we don't want, right? Moving on, resource depletion. So fast fashion isn't just about water we use, it's about draining the planet resources. You must be thinking how it's possible, like how wearing fashion clothes is responsible for the depletion of resources. So from cotton to fossil fuels, the fashion industry consumes natural resources at an alarming rate. So it's a never ending cycle of consumption. When we keep using more and more clothes we wear for just one season, 1 or 2 seasons, and not anymore. So that's how it's depleting the resources. Moving on to the next slide, it's so till here we have all discussed about water pollution, how resource depletion, and everything else. But there's a good news. This doesn't have to continue. We can make a change. Next time you go shopping, ask yourself, do I really need this? By choosing to buy less and invest in sustainable fashion, we can reduce our environmental impact. So let's start embracing eco-friendly brands and rethink how we can consume. Remember, the planet deserves better and so do we. So it's better to make planet look good than look good yourself. Moving on to the next slide. So here are some references I have attached from where I have gathered all the information. Thank you and have a nice day.